The trade deal between the United States and the European Union is inching forward. Lawmakers of the European Parliament have voted to advance legislation to fulfill their side of the trade deal with the Americans. But the vote comes with some added safeguards amidst concerns that Washington may not adhere to its end of the bargain. Now, earlier in the day, the EU Assembly had voted 417 to 154 after months of uncertainty over the agreement. 71 lawmakers abstained before the vote, and several leaders shared their approval and criticism against certain provisions in the deal. The EU Commissioner for Economy said that the bloc will defend its interests whenever necessary.
At this stage, we have received reassurances from the US that they intend to honor the deal. Let me be clear on one thing. While we will continue our efforts for maintaining constructive relationships and avoid volatility, we will not turn a blind eye to any risks of our interests. The Commission will remain vigilant, ready to defend in European interests whenever necessary.
Now, although the vote paves the way for the agreement to reach finality, it is not the end of the process yet. The EU Parliament representatives and heads of member states will negotiate the wordings of the finalised text before a final vote of approval by the lawmakers. And our correspondent Will Denslow has sent us this report from Brussels. Listen in.
This trade deal has now been ratified after months of delays as Donald Trump and the Trump administration's calls to potentially slap tariffs on European nations over the handling of the spat in Greenland really angered many lawmakers here in Brussels. But the decision has been taken to now ratify it, but with strict safeguards that MEPs are proposing going forward. Now, these include a sunset clause, this trade agreement that will see tariffs set for EU goods heading to the US at a blanket 15% will expire in March 2028. A sunrise clause, it will only come into effect if US obligations on their side are met as well. Crucially as well, a suspension clause. Essentially, if the Trump administration were to impose tariffs in the future, the EU would essentially be able to declare this deal null and void. The decision by lawmakers has been applauded by the United States. They say it will bring stability and predictability.